Okay. Okay, we are here. I have the next couple of fights planned out. Tab, Maxi, and the first fight in Jagged Pass. I have Jagged Pass Gauntlet cooked, but it's risking a 1 in 200-ish to either have to wipe or hard steer. So kind of looking to see what I pull there first in case I can recook it to make it safer. Also just gonna go over a couple of the lines I cooked yesterday as well. Just because some of them have some risk and I want to see if I can iron out some of the risk. Tabitha has a 1 in 16 chance to lose one guy. So we'll see if we can find a way to iron out that risk. I tend to think it might not be possible, but I think we do have to see. Okay. Let's grab everyone we need for Tab. Kabutops, Umbreon, and Camel. Kabutops and Umbreon. Okay. We need the Twisted Spoon here. I think I'll give you the Oran. Citrus here. Let's do the Eye of Papa Berry. And then you need to be pre-burned. And give you the Oran. Okay. So we need you, and who am I forgetting here? Cinderace, okay. So the plan is basically for Cinderace to two-shot this guy with Sucker. My understanding is that because I do more than 50%, he can't recover, and because I'm slower, he shouldn't Tailwind. If he does Tailwind, it shouldn't matter, but it's not great. He should always go for Dragon Pulse. I kill with 2 Suckers. If I become a Dark type, that doesn't matter. At this HP range, there's no one faster than me. So it's going to go to first Slow Kill, which is going to be Armarouge. I can eject Armarouge with Starmie's Illuminate. It's a little bit loud. Okay, so I eject Armarouge out with the eject pack. I show a fast kill to Tauros, I show a fast kill to Nidoking. The first guy that doesn't see a kill into me and I see a kill into is Rotom. So Rotom is going to come in for T-Bolt. We switch here on the T-Bolt. We switch here on the Overheat. I don't need Citrus, I can just go Oran. So I stall him out of Overheat PP, and then I can always switch back here on the Thunderbolt. Eventually he basically runs out of PP. Eventually he's gonna die to Struggle. On the last turn of Struggle, I switch here. We can probably assume he's gonna be at -6 attack as well. Probably, let's say -5 attack, right? That's gonna do 8 damage. So let's pre-damage you to 182. Let's also pre-damage you to 174. So Pain Split doesn't heal him by as much. Thornberry is fine here to tank the struggles. So Camerupt at like 174, whatever, is going to bait Armor Rouge. We're guaranteed Psycho Cannon. We switch here on Psycho Boost. This baits guaranteed Armor Cannon. We always survive a crit. And we Baton Pass out into Starmie, who kills with the Surf after he drops his Spadef with Armor Cannon. Again, we show kill to these two, which is going to bait in Scizor. It's going to be Scizor for Pounce. We switch here on the Pounce. We always survive 2 Pounces at Prox or Iapapa, which baits in you for close combat. Let me just confirm the rolls for all of this. If we were to get max rolled here, I guess we should do the math in case you go to -6, right? 7. Let me do 1 more damage to you. So 181. Okay, so let's say instead you're at... where were we? We switched here, an Overheat, and then we switch back. So you will be at -6, okay. So let's say you got max rolled. 81 minus 9 would put you at 172. And then if you get double max rolled by Pounce, that would put you at 108, which when baiting in this guy always gets close combat. Could it be Fire Spin? It could be, but I don't think it matters if it's Fire Spin. We always switch to Starmie and kill, and then we need to get a chain kill here, but there's one roll that doesn't kill. Is there any way to get this extra damage? I don't think so, right? I have no one that switches in on Earth Power Sludge Wave. Yeah. Is there anyone I can replace to make this safer? I need Camel at high HP. It needs this coming on the last turn of struggle. Otherwise, I don't bait Scizor. What's up, Lowry? How are you? Okay. How do we stall him out of pain splits? This is a bit of a weird champ PP stall. I haven't thought out everything. Kind of just saying that Crocodile wins this, right? Yeah, I saw that Rev Rubin guy was a freak. How much PP does high horsepower have? 10? Okay. I guess I'm curious about... Once he's out of effective moves on Crocodile, does he go for ineffective Pain Split over ineffective Thunderbolt Charge Beam? I think he does, right? I think if he does, I should go Lepa Berry here. For additional high horsepower PP. So I can eventually get the kill here if needed. If I do think that's the case, I should set you to 174 then. It went for 20 pain splits in a row. Okay, that's what I think should happen. That would be my guess. So I think I would just kill here with Camel at the end. Maybe I don't need Crocodile then, and I can make the Nidoking safer. Earth Power has 10 PP. Also has 10 PP. So, again, Starmie's baiting that. If we just switched to Camel here and we didn't have Crook, could I make the Nidoking safer? Because Pain Split's probably like +0, and then ineffective move is like -20, right? So that's my understanding of why I would go for Pain Split. So if I'm at 174, it should always go for Overheat. So it should be a fine stall there. Kabutops, it shouldn't want to Pain Split me because I have less HP than it. If it does, it doesn't matter. We still PP stall him. So I switch in on a T-Bolt, and then he just spams Pain Split. I waste my 20 PP here and here. He wastes his 20 PP here, and then I kill him with Flamethrower. I bait out this guy. Okay. So this all works. This all works. I killed you, right? I killed you switching in on random move. You are in now for Earth Power Sludge Wave. How do I kill Nidoking if it wants to go for EP Sludge Wave? Earth Power Sludge Wave. Earth Power Sludge Wave. Does Meowstic do it? Meowstic would kill, but it dies to a crit, right? Which is bad. Okay. EP Sludge Wave. EP Sludge Wave. I don't really have anyone in my box that switches in on that, right? Earth Power Sludge Wave. You're dead to crit. You survive crit, but you're slower, and then he two-shots you. It would be nice to have a Corviknight there, huh? Air Balloon guy there would be funny. You know, I really don't have anyone that takes on this Nidoking, besides just like straight up dodge crit. But if I'm like dodging a crit, I might as well just go for the range, right? It needs to be safer than dodging crit. Yeah, you're just dodging crit straight up. Turtle always survives and baits Ice Beam if that does anything for me. You're dead to Sludge Wave. You're dead to EP crit. You're also slower. You're dead to crit and regular EP. Bird dies to Sludge Wave and all Sludge Wave crits. You're never dead to anything and you bait Sludge Wave, but what does that do for us, right? You always survive, but you don't threaten him back. You're dead to Sludge Wave. You're dead to EP. You're dead to crits and don't threaten him back. You always survive, but you don't threaten him back. Same thing here. You're dead to EP. What about this guy? You're so fucking weak, man. Beware. Nope. This guy dies to double crit, yeah? You're obviously dead to EP. You just die to Sludge Wave. What the? Chimecho? You're good if you guarantee... No, you're not even that good because Psychic is another range and you'd be dead to Flamethrower crit. He popped. Slower. Yeah, no, these guys are bums. I don't see a solution to not have to hit this range with Starmie. If I had the character that was dead, I could switch in on Sludge Wave EP, bait Ice Beam, U-turn, remove the range, but he's fucking dead. No! Ugh, no. Bat chest, no. I can't fake out you. Can I switch to any of these other guys? No, you're dead to EP. You're dead to EP. You're dead to crit. You're dead to EP. Yeah, it's EP Sludge Wave, right? Are there any other moves that Starmie learns that could help it? Skill swap would be funny. I also don't have the TM though, to be fair. Hmm. No, that doesn't help. Nature power wouldn't work. Skill swap is funny, but probably doesn't change anything. Yeah, I think I just have to hit the range, right? I don't really see any other way around it. Seems like there really is nothing else I can do about this, right? I mean, if I get Turtle, what does that do for me? Like, okay, I can go Turtle. Guarantee... No, I can't even guarantee that. Because if it goes for Earth Power, it can go for Sludge Wave the following turn. So that's not a solution either. I think I just have to hit the fucking range, man. I think that's all it is. That's what it feels like. There has to be some sauce, right? Oh man, there's really nothing. Are there any items I'm maybe thinking of that could help? I mean, I could probably do it with a gem, like... I guess Water Gem. Jet Punch doesn't kill. There's no other item that guarantees a kill. Maybe a Jaboka Berry, or not Jaboka, whatever that item is. Roap Berry. Maybe that could do it? Like switch in on someone, break it with Roap, and then bait a move that Starmie always survives. But I guess the issue with that is Starmie might not always survive, right? You're switching in on a close combat that deals a lot of damage. You need to dodge a crit again. I think we just hit the range, man. We just hit the fucking range. It's just that simple. The guy wants it. Okay. What? It can do that? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. I did not know the AI could do that. So the AI is actually smart and it sees that I don't do damage if it clicks that move. I have to dodge a crit there. Okay, this is new data. I do not believe the AI works like this in Run Bun, at least. Okay. Uh, Thankfully it didn't matter, but okay, that is new data. Let me look this up. Wait, I might be stupid. This might be a AI is faster thing. I might just be misunderstanding healing AI. Wait, I thought there was AI that the AI cannot use a recovery move if you deal over 50% to it. I don't see that here, though. Oh, no, no, no. This is definitely a thing. Yeah, if Playermon does as much or more damage than would be healed off, returns false. Okay, so we're ejecting you here with Starmie. Okay. Wait, what do you mean by that? Do you think my hypothesis is wrong? That the reason it went for recover? Because normally... Oh, you mean that the AI can still go for a recovery move if you deal more damage than it. So it's not a Sucker Punch specific thing, but it's just a different game mechanic entirely. Okay. Okay, this is T-Bolt either way. Okay. Let me count PP here. So Overheat, T-Bolt, Charge Beam, and Pain Split. So Overheat is 1 of 5. That's also 1 T-Bolt of 10. That was 2 T-Bolts. That's 2 Overheats. That's 3 T-Bolts. That's 3 Overheats. That's 4 T-Bolts. That's 4 Overheats. That's 5 T-Bolts. This is the last Overheat. Okay. I thought the AI was supposed to work relatively similarly to Run and Bun. It should spam Pain Split here, I believe. Yep. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, and now let's switch here. Pain split is 20 pp, so it should be out now. At 174, I believe we should click eruption, right? Yeah, because it's gonna go for T-bolt charge beam. What moves do we need to keep? Flamethrower is fine. We don't need eruption. What? Right. I forgot about that. I forgot that's a thing. Shit. So this is Psycho Boost here. I need to dodge a crit then. Wait, am I misunderstanding the AI again? I probably needed to teach a different move here, right, to kill? Yeah, I'm dead to crit here. Fuck. Am I also misunderstanding the AI there? Because I thought it couldn't switch out because it had 2 attacking moves, but it can switch into an immunity? I guess. I guess it can do that. Okay. Oh, okay, so that... Okay, so immunity switches are not part of the can't switch, so that's separate. I thought even if there was an immunity, it could not switch out. As long as it had 2 attacking moves. Okay. My bad then. Okay, the more you know. I'm learning so many things today that I'm very close to getting fucked by. Pounce can never kill us here. It always procs our Eye Papa Berry. Okay, this should be Tauros for CC. I think I show kill the Rotom, so it shouldn't come in, because it sees that I fast kill it. Importantly, we want to click Psychic here, because it has a Pasho Berry. So we kind of got to hit the range here. It's a 15 out of 16 range, because this guy's a bit of a range merchant, and as we looked at earlier today, there's not really a better line for me to deal with this Nidoking, because I lost my guy that could have been good for it. So, yeah, we're kind of hitting this range. Good luck, Starmie. Oh. God, it's too fucking free, man. Oh, it's so fucking free. So that's a Deathless Tab. Well, that was certainly one of the lines of all time. That was the opposite of clean. Am I running for Maxi here? Okay. Camrupt and Kabutops can stay. We need this guy. Intim W here. We need the Teapot, if I can find it. Give me the Teapot. And give me Vileplume. Okay. So basically, I need you to be holding a Citrus. You can get an Orion. Same thing with you. No, you actually want a Rost. You can be Orion. You don't need an item. And then you want to be Citrus to guarantee proper baiting. Alright. Cool, let me pull these guys for Maxi. And run over the plan real quick. So we need Chestnut, we need this guy. Who am I missing? Teapot and Hamilton. So he starts off at +1 attack, +1 special attack, right? Yep, +1/+1. So we start off with Intim. This lowers his attack down to neutral. He has to go for Collision Course into here. Obviously, we're immune. We're just outside of Heavy Slam range, baiting Flare Blitz. We take the crit and use up his Fire Gem. He then has to continue to go for Collision Course at -1. He can always taunt at any time, but that is honestly better. You had a straight sack a guy to this. Thankfully, I have good enough guys that I don't need to sack. This is an Intim Arcanine Hisui W for sure. Switch back to here on Collision Course. I get Flare Blitz again. It could be Taunt, but it's likely to be Flare Blitz. If it is Taunt, that's even better. I get more chances to, you know, Intim him. Go down here to +2. And then at this point, I go here. And then Sun ends. And then I can go back here again, even if it crits. Whatever, I get him to -3. At this point, if he had max roll crit every single time, I would not be able to Intim pivot hit anymore. But I can go here on random move, get Collision Course into Vileplume, get him to -4. And then like the combination of these three with Battle Armor should be enough to deal with a -4 Koraidon. So, pretty simple Maxi one because of the resources that I have. Alrighty. I am a little bit disappointed, though. The Elite Grunt didn't have any dialogue about Courtney, even though Courtney had dialogue about the Grunt when we talked to her. Oh well. I think it's honestly fun to deal with just like a single juiced up boss mon like this. It'd be demon if this guy had clear amulet though, man. Like, holy shit. Imagine if this guy had clear amulet. Ugh, yuck. Or a Calcum Pulse. It's also lucky that Poltergeist has the exact amount of bulk for this needed. Okay. He's now at -1 and no more Fire Gem. Cool, no crit there. Again, this is going to be Collision Course. We go to our immunity. This is either going to be Flare Blitz or Taunt. He goes to -2 now. Haha, sucker. This is now guaranteed Collision Course. I can get him even lower. Because he's not going for an attack. This puts him at -3. He's also gone for 3 collision courses. Let's make sure to be counting that. So this is 4 collision courses. So he's going for a collision course again here. I think it makes sense to just switch to Chestnut here now, right? He's at -4, there's no more sun. There's no bullshit where he can crit through. Yeah. So he's out of collision courses here, funnily enough. Now, let's Spiky Shield here once. Make him do a little bit of damage with Flare Blitz. Oh, it is 10 PP? I thought Collision Course had 5. No, Collision Course has 5 PP. Unless it's changed. Most legendary signature moves always have 5. Oh, really? It's wrong in the decks. Oh, okay. The more you know, then. The more you know. I actually did not know that. W comms. I mean, it doesn't really matter here, though, to be honest. Like, the Soyful PP tracking Lua script. Nice. I love tracking PP. But it doesn't really matter here. Like, it's literally -4. It does 0 damage to us. Like, imagine just getting absolutely bodied by fucking Chestnut, man. W starter. We shall meet again! Okay, sure, buddy. You might take my badges, though. Probably not on Mount Pyre, though. That one doesn't seem too bad. Potent list. Very potent list. I can see why you had to sack. That's a very potent list, my friend. Okay, Manectite. Any other items to pick up around here? No Scissorite? Nah, that'd probably be too broken, right? Oof, Arbok. Ooh. The snake. Not the snake. Yeah. I mean, maybe he comes in on a collision course one time. Maybe he does a bunch of recoil when he dies to Flare Blitz, right? I don't fucking know. Yeah, guy's a bit of a bum. Guy is a bit of a bum. I can't lie. Yeah, I also had a line where I could have like scaled Modest on Starmie to make that Tabitha guaranteed safe. Assuming I wasn't like stupid with the whole Latias recover thing and what was the other one I sacked? Or not sacked, risked. The stupid camera up shit with the clicking flamethrower. I should have just like taken the fucking frag with Crook or something or killed. I mean, no, I couldn't have done that because then I needed a bait. I needed to bait armor cannon. Whatever. Not armor cannon. Psycho boost. Yeah, Bolton seems pretty mid at this point in the game. It's like an early game merchant, right? Okay, so usually this Garbodor is a bit of a demon. Surprisingly though, Mega Meowstic just kills this guy with Fake Out into Psychic, which is nice. We pre-damage to get guaranteed Lariat here. No one on his team is faster, so we know he's going for Lariat. Do I have anyone else that can do that? So basically, what I want to do here, I kind of want to delay leveling Chimecho if at all possible. The line I had cooked up accounts for Chimecho being leveled. I forgot I burned the pack on Ceruledge and made it so you had to hit a 255 out of 256 range. The pack? The eject pack? So you had to two-shot it and not get double mineraled? Basically the goal is to kill Crocodile in such a way that it baits Komodo for clanging scales, right? That's what we want to do. I'm not sure on how to do that though. You baited out with Flygon and you bulldozed it earlier. Ah, got it. I see. So you had to just like double not mineral with the bulldoze. Yeah, that's fiction. We hit those ranges. To kill with knock, because then, yeah, of course. I see. Okay, so how do we kill Crocodile in such a way that we're baiting you without Chimecho, right? What I was thinking was Beware. Beware can low sweep this guy, and then Poliwrath. If we switch in on a Darkest Lariat, we then kill with a Mystic Water boosted Jet Punch. But the issue is switching to someone that guarantees Lariat, right? And I guess another issue with this is that it can technically pop on you, and if you go Muscle Band... Oh, you actually don't crit. Okay. So you do want to go Muscle Band here. Switching in a Lariat. This guarantees high horsepower. I guess the risk is that it clicks Endeavor, right? Yeah, the risk is that it clicks Endeavor. The line was super clean. Other than that, you had the Juicers. Turtonator, yeah. Yeah, Turtonator seems really good. It's like just a quad resist for fire, right? That has shell armor, so super good. Okay, what other ways do I have to kill this annoying-ass crocodile? And I want to bait in Como for clanging scales specifically, which means I need to resist fire. How do I kill with Kingdra? I can't flip with Kabu because I would take too much damage. What if I went here on the high horsepower Endeavor? Yeah, I could go Pidgeot, I think. I need to be high enough to not bait Pup, which means I would need to hold the Citrus Berry if you went for Endeavor. Which is a bit annoying. Definitely a bit annoying. Anything else I can do? You die to high horsepower. Okay, who else is immune to that? I obviously can't go Lizzie, because I'm using Lizzie to get the kill there. Altaria? I could go Berry Juice Altaria, I think, right? Yeah, Berry Juice Altaria. Shows a kill with Brave Bird, which guarantees that he has to go for Darkest Lariat into Poliwrath, and then I kill with Jet Punch here. Holy shit, that's insane. I cannot believe I did not realize that. What the fuck? Yo, that is so funny, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's actually so funny. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Yeah, 37 is not like a number I usually go for. Usually I go for a number like 12. But it was taken, so I couldn't use it. And then I just decided to go for 37 because reasons. It's like the sum of 2 digits of like an address. That's really funny. So we switch to Poliwrath in the Darkest Lariat. We kill with Jet Punch. We take Rocky Helmet Chip. That's fine. We get in Komodo for Clanging Scales. We switch to... Let me get the pre-damages right first anyways, though. Okay. We saved all our citruses, which is good. Let's give you your Mega Stone back. Okay. I need what here? Give me Beware. Give me Lizzie. Give me... Who else do I need? Altaria, if I can find it. Altaria. I think this is technically a 5-mon line. Who am I forgetting again here? Poliwrath, right? Okay. No, it's not a 5-mon line. Where's Meowstick? It's an OSRS reference. OSRS seems cool. I don't know too much about it. I just know it's a very, very big grindy game. Okay. I need a muscle band here. You need a berry juice. And then you need a mystic water, if I can find it. Okay. So first, I just need to pre-damage you to 200. You only have 400 days of game time on my account. Wow. That's a lot. I'm sure it's over the course of many, many years, but I also have a lot of time in games. Like Pokemon, for instance. I don't know, sometimes it's a little surprising. Like, I feel like I definitely have like under 1,000 hours into like all ROM hacks and stuff, right? It's probably like somewhere in the 500 plus range. Maybe 600 to 800-ish. Which is like a lot, but not that crazy an amount. So 200 baits that. Crit never kills. Lariat crit into horsepower crit into Rocky Helmet is always fine. Right? Yeah, that's always fine. We can never pup because I show a kill with Hammer Arm. We switch here. Even after min roll low sweep, Brave Bird shows a kill, so it can't power up punch. And then we basically just need to ensure jet punch kills here. I don't know how many hours you spend on Nuzlocking. Dude, you're plenty good, man. You're plenty good. Your lines are really clean always. Rocky Helmet does 1/8, right? Rough Skin does Rocky Helmet does 1/6. Okay. Got it. 231 over 6 would be 38. Plus Mineral Lariat would be 44. And I need to be dead to Clanging Scales, which is 91, so I need to be at 173. Okay, and if I instead get max rolled, 73, 231 over 6 is what, 38? So that's at 135. If instead I get max rolled by Lariat, that would deal 78, which puts me at 57, which still guarantees Clanging Scales, which is good. So on the guaranteed Clanging Scales, we want to go to BBL Lizzie. We are holding a Fairy Feather, so we can kill with Strange Steam on the Torch Song. He might be able to Noble Roar, but I don't think that matters. You cannot Clangorous Skull. Noble Roar is fine, yeah? Okay. This baits in Escavalier, or what should be guaranteed Ironhead, more or less. It'd be Knock, right? Which would be a bit annoying. Because we're going to switch here, and if we're holding an item, Knock crit, that's kind of annoying. Okay. How much does Torch Song crit do? 55. 55. If I do that pre-damage of 15%, that's fine. So just in case it goes for Noble Roar and then I crit kill it, I should be pre-damaged on Lizzie to guarantee Ironhead, which would be 158. Okay. This gets guaranteed Ironhead. We switch here, we kill with Burn Up. Avalug comes in last. If it's guaranteed Ironhead, he's forced to go for Body Press here. We can switch to Meowstick on the Body Press, and then fake him out to do a little bit of chip. If Body Press were to crit, that'd be fine. You should not want to go for Recover. You should either want to go for Mirror Coat or Avalanche here. So we switch here on the Avalanche or Mirror Coat, and then we kill. Let me just check to make sure that Ironhead crit. After Citrus Berry healing, that puts us to 45. We're never dead to an Avalanche crit, and we always kill with Burn Up here. So that works out. If I int him and you don't proc Citrus, that's even better. Sturdy Eye Papa Berry won't come up. We can't get knocked off. We just one-shot you through AV. Alright, let me just check to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Shuka Berry Aftermath. We're fast killing you with a Psychic type move. Rocky Helmet int him. Int him doesn't matter. Rocky Helmet is accounted for. Assault Vest Escav with Swarm. Megahorn, Ironhead, knockoff close combat. We're switching in on guaranteed Ironhead and killing. Papa Berry Sturdy. We're breaking Sturdy with a fake out. We're never proccing Papa. You can't recover. Mirror Coat is never going to go off. Throat Spray Coma with Clangorous Soul, Clanging Scales, Torch Song, and Noble Roar. We've accounted for Noble Roar. These two moves can never go off. And Torch Song is accounted for. Throat Spray won't activate if the move fails. At least it shouldn't, as far as I know. And even if it does, it should be fine. I hope. Okay, this line should be fine. 200... Muscle Band, Berry Juice, Mystic Water, pre-damaged, Berry Feather. I'm going to give you a Citrus. Hopefully we don't need to use it, but we have it if we need it. Okay. We Mega Evolve and we Fake Out here. Psychic kills here. W Mega Meowstic. It's a funny looking sprite. It baits out Crocodile for Darkest Lariat. We switch here. We showed a kill with Hammer Arm with Muscle Band, which means that it cannot go for Power Up Punch here. Low Sweep never kills with crit with Muscle Band, just barely. This is High Horsepower. Rocky Helmet. This is going to be either High Horsepower or Endeavor. Either is fine. This is going to be either... I guess this could be Endeavor, right? Is that fine? I guess I didn't think about that. I should have thought about that. I actually didn't need to hold the Mystic Water to kill here. It's fine. It's actually fine here, but I should have gone Protective Pads. That would have been better. I can throw Chestnut at this guy. The reason I'm not doing that is because I want to bait in Komodo on a guaranteed Clanging Scales. That's the reason I'm going through this whole thing. Yeah, I actually should have gone Protective Pads there. I didn't think about the Endeavor on the switch here, but it's fine in this situation at least. Yeah, if I came in on a Clangorous Soul or a Clanging Scales, that could have been pretty bad, so I wanted to avoid that. Strange Steam kills here. That's such a cool animation, man. Holy shit. Wait, who did you have that doesn't care about, like, Torch Song crit boost? Like, who just 1v1s that guy that well? Tinkaton? Oh, you outsped, didn't you? Yeah, you probably outsped, because Komo is not that fast. Yeah. This is Ironhead. We're switching to Hamilton here. Yeah. I always forget that Komo is not, like, that fast. Burn up kills here. To be fair, it is a timid guy, so it's not that slow, but this breaks the sturdy. We are now getting avalanche again. Wait, I'm actually curious about something. No, it was never avalanche there, even after I lost my typing. Because of the citrus, part of the reason I went for that. So we got +1 citrus here. Okay, so we got the clear amulet there. Definitely a cool item. Alright, again, a lot of cool encounters here. Very few misses, I would say. The only question is, do we get one of them, right? I sure hope we do. I certainly hope that we do. Alright, let's see who we want to bring to help catch my Jagged Pass encounter. Tinkaton's not that fast either, right? Do you have a plus speed guy? Or, you probably just need a high speed IV. You might not need plus speed. 94 speed is surprisingly good. This guy's pretty easy to wall out, as is this guy. Garg is a bit annoying, but should be fine to deal with. Gigalith, same thing. Bombardier doesn't has dual wing beat. Okay, maybe bring someone to wall out Bombardier. So that'd be what, flying and dark? They're probably decent. Maybe an Umbreon. Revavroom has steel, poison, electric. You guys should be fine for that. Clef, Gravity, Flamethrower, Moonlight Gleam should be fine. Squad should be fine to deal with that. Runa Regis should be fine as well. Vibrava should be fine. Gliscor should be fine. Stonejourner should be fine. Dude, I hope so too, man. I hope so too. I'm really sad I missed on a lot of the good Mount Chimney encounters. Like, as I said, like, I have Wheezing and Camerupt duped. So like 10%, 20%, 30%, and 40% are just like absolutely goated encounters. Like, my best encounter so far have been, what, like, neutral Crobat, neutral Morpeko, and, like, hasty but poor IV Cinderace. I've not had super great encounter luck, but hopefully we turn it around here, man. Like, Gliscor would be great. Runa Regis is solid. Clef and Revavroom are solid. I feel like the misses are, like, Bombardier is a miss, maybe. I think you're not that bad. Okay, maybe you're not that good. Okay, like 103 attack. Okay, you're pretty bad, actually. Like, Vibrava's, like, kind of mid. Stonejourner's not great. Bombardier's not great. Gigalith is okay, but hopefully we hit something good. Gliscor would be fantastic. I'd love a Gliscor. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, this is a very good... This is still very good. I'm still very happy with this. This is going to be Phil. I don't know why people call Conkeldurr Phil, but people did decide that he is Phil, I guess. Alright, I don't know if he helps for Gauntlet, but I really don't want to risk the 1 in 200 to kind of wipe here. I mean, I risked a 1 in 16 on Tab, but that was not to, like, wipe. That was to, what's it called? That was to just lose Starmie. Okay, this guy's still good. This guy's still a freak. 28 attack, 29 speed. Minus defense isn't great, but this is still very, very good. We will absolutely take this. We will absolutely take this. Nice. Okay. Is there a delay for this guy? You get Drain at 74 versus 77, which is still the exact same split. So there is no delay for this guy. No, we don't want Stone Edge. Low Sweep over Rock Slide. Rock Slide's a tutor move. Superpower over Hammer Arm for sure. We probably want Mock then over Scary Face, I think. We could also get rid of Low Sweep. I guess the question is, do we want Low Sweep or Hammer Arm here? I don't think it really matters, if I'm going to be honest. I'll probably get rid of Hammer Arm. We will absolutely take that. It's really funny, actually. In Run and Bun, I have never had a Guts Conkelder. In every run that's went far that I had a Conkelder, he's been Sheer Force. So I've never really got to experience the guy. Okay, this is kind of weird. We'll run through some calcs, I guess. So obviously I'm bringing you, I'm bringing you, I'm bringing you. I think we can all guess why I'm bringing some of these guys. Onion Polyrath, Pidgeot, and Robopass. So I think these three are non-negotiable. I have to bring these three. The guys that could go in and out of the roster are essentially these guys. Where's Probopass? So this first fight is pretty simple. We're killing here with a burn up. We're going to be baiting in this guy for a Seed Bomb after we lose our fire typing. We switch here on a Seed Bomb. He cannot boom because he sees a kill. I kill with Hurricane. This baits in Recargo for Power Gem. We have to switch here on the Power Gem and then kill with Waterfall, yeah. This baits in this guy for Seed Bomb, and then Chestnut wins the 1v1. This last guy I'm really not too worried about. Chestnut basically solos this fight with the exception of Amoonguss. And like either of these guys can beat Amoonguss as we need. So I'm not too worried about that. The main issue is this fight here, right? So we basically lead Citrus Berry, Chestnut. It's going to triple Axle us. We Drain Punch to heal back basically a lot of it with Citrus. And then if it doesn't die, it gets one of the rolls that doesn't kill. We kill with Spiky Shield here. This baits in Rotom Fan for Air Slash. So basically the risk is this, right? I go Cherry Berry, Arcanine, Hisui. And I did the math. 1 in 3 double crit rolls, so roughly 1 in 200. I die to Air Slash crit into T-Bolt crit. I always kill with Rock Tomb into Rock Slide here. But I kind of need this slot to be Arcanine over Probopass so that I have the slots I need for the Rabombi, right? Because Arcanine is going to be baiting in Tinkaton here for Gigaton Hammer. I think I like pre-damage very slightly, right? Or something like that. I guess it depends. Yeah, it depends on if I take the Air Slash or not. But I want to be baiting Gigaton Hammer here. And because he has Mold Breaker, I can't like stall it out with Chestnut or anything because it can crit through my Shell Armor. So I need to switch to Cinderace on the Gigaton Hammer and then just Flare Blitz kill the guy before he can set up rocks. And then I need to deal with Rabombi. And you're going to be too weakened from dealing with Rotom to be able to do it. And you're going to have taken too much recoil to be able to do it. Some of the time, at least. Like, sometimes Cinderace can do it, but not always, right? Like, you'd go Cherry Berry and basically, like, Gigaton Hammer plus Flare Blitz Recoil. You would have to be Citrus Berry to survive that, as you're hasty. And if you're Citrus Berry, you can get paralyzed by the Stun Spore here, so then your Acro can't kill, or your Iron Head can't kill. You will have taken too much damage, and you have to be Cherry Berry, or the T-Bolt, Parachance. So, the solution that I found was switching to Scolipede here. Be like pre-poisoned or pre-toxicked, so you can hold a Poison Barb. You show it a kill, so it cannot go for Quiver. And then you just protect once, and then you kill with Poison Jab. But then you're out of slots, basically, right? Because you're using 7 Mons here. You need Pidgeot for this guy. You need Poliwrath for this guy. And you need Probopass to help support Arcanine against this Rotom. So, like, between these 3, who's the most replaceable, right? And I found it's going to be Probopass, because I can risk 1 in 200 on a Rotom here. But I don't like that, because that's a little too risky for me. I mean, I could resolve this by scaling, say, Arcanine Spadef. That would guarantee it, but I would prefer to not do that if I can. So I'm trying to find, like, any alternative routes that can work for this. I need Cinderace for Tinkaton. I can't do it with anyone else. Like, can I do the Rotom with anyone besides Harkonine? I don't think so, right? I'm just, like, looking through my box right now. Or can someone, like, beat Rabombi? Or, like, any of these 3, while also beating, like, one of these 2, right? How else can I deal with Mega Hole? I can do it with Cinderace if I need. I could do it with Cinderace, but then I'd be going without Arcanine, and I'm using Arcanine anyways, right? Can I do you without Arcanine? Rhyperior, the issue with you is that I can go Zoom 1 Stone Edge to guarantee hit, but then I need to be like pre-poisoned, and I can get flinched to Narnia by Air Slash. Which also, like, isn't necessarily any better than just running Arcanine here, because it doesn't necessarily do anything on any of the other fights either. I was like, can I do something else on the Gourgeist then, maybe? Maybe I don't run Pidgeot. So maybe on the Seed Bomb, I go Cinderace. No, but he has Aqua Berry, so I can't kill you with a Fire-type move. Like, the only 2 guys that one-shot and outspeed you are Pidgeot and, where's the other guy? Hisuian Zoroark. Everyone else is slower. Like, I could do it with 2 Mons, like Eldegoss +1, but I don't see how that helps with any of these guys, right? Like, you'd have to replace one of these guys and do something more. I could switch to Eldegoss and a Seed Bomb, bait Poltergeist, and kill, but that'd be adding a Mon, not taking one away. I would still need someone that kills. Which isn't really feasible, right? Phil takes too much from a Magma Storm. It's also a Macargo, so you actually have good defense. Yeah, Eldegoss is so much worse than Run Bun Man. It's because you get Synth so late And the higher initial level cap means that your stat, it's being fully evolved at level 25, just isn't as valuable. I think grass types are also just less valuable in Null compared to Run and Bun. No, you're not gonna kill. Oh, okay. Do I have any other way of dealing with Macargo? No, none of these guys can do it. I need someone dedicated like Polyrath. I guess one thing I considered, right, was Kingdra. So like one thing I could do is, instead of running like these two, I run like Kingdra. I would need to replace you, but I'd run like Kingdra and Kingdra Zoroark. So it's like Zoroark is switching in on I guess it would have to be a Poltergeist, right? Yeah, you need to find a way to switch in on a Poltergeist to get the kill. You could do like Cinderace, I guess, right, to kill. And then bait in Poltergeist into Zoroark. You would kill. You bait in Magma Storm here. And then you switch to Kingdra, and then Kingdra kills. And then do the same thing where you beat Shiftry. But then, like, how does this team deal with this, right? So, let's say you have Chestnut killing you, baiting out Rotom. Who do you switch to here on the Air Slash? You can't switch to Kingdra. You're not switching here. So, like, how are you getting Arcanine in position to kill? You're not. You're not. So, like, this doesn't work either. Like, how else can I deal with Macargo, right? Seismitoad, but Seismitoad isn't any different from Poliwrath, right? In terms of how I deal with this team. Even at 72, you take too much from Power Gem on Araquanid. This guy's surprisingly strong, being modest. Like, how else can I deal with this Macargo and or Gourgeist? How do I deal with the Gourgeist? I mean, if I bait you out last, no item Chestnut kind of goes to town on you, right? But then I would need to bait you out last. I guess one thing I could do is kill you here, and then I'd be baiting 33.9. So it'd be at 64. Yeah, the Acro doesn't do enough, right? Yeah, just barely. The issue with that is I'd be taking enough recoil that Macargo here would be able to go for Power Gem, right? What if I use Arcanine to get the kill and bait out that guy? So Arcanine Hisui, no longer a fire type. Let's say we're not baiting Seed Bomb. No, you have to bait Seed Bomb here. Yeah. How else can you kill Mega Hole? Not with you. Yeah, it'd come down to, like, I could scale Cinderace attack here, or Cinderace... No, it'd have to be Cinderace, like, HP or something to get my Cargo out. For Power Gem and not Earth Power. Which seems even worse than scaling, like, Spadef here. Hmm. Robopass. Robopass can switch in on random Power Gem Earth Power and bait either Magma Storm or Earth Power. But that's also not great for getting Polyrath out, right? Do you survive Earth Power crit and Earth Power crit? You do. Actually, this is something interesting, right? Cinderace could get the kill here. Bait out Macargo for Earth Power Power Gem. Switch to Polyrath, guarantee the kill. The issue with that is then you get out Gourgeist here, right? Yeah, you get out Gourgeist here instead of Shiftry. Do I have anyone else that switches in on Earth Power Power Gem and kills the Macargo safely? No, not you. Also, no, not you. Also, no, not you. Yeah, just the risk of Earth Power drop is too catastrophic, right? I mean, I could go Chestnut to get Magma Storm. That's one option. So we're baiting that. We're going in here. We're getting Magma Storm. We could go like Kingdraw on a Magma Storm. Maybe we like slow flip out. Yeah, maybe we slow flip out into who? You to kill with Sucker? I guess. Question is, who does this bait, right? We also might not be a dark type, because we might kill with the flip turn. So if we are a dark type, we show fast kill to Shiftry, so it's never Shiftry. It would go Gourgeist, which doesn't help us at all. We don't want to get Gourgeist. What if we flip turned into Probopass, right? And then Probopass, Volt Switch killed. If we missed the Kingdra kill. No, because you would need to guarantee slow flip here. Alternatively, if you just killed here, you would probably bait out Gourgeist, right? Yeah, you would bait out Gourgeist here. Which again doesn't help us at all. Oh man, I really hate this. I don't like spending the scale, but I also don't like risking Arcanine to 1 in 200. To 1 in 200 double crit. I think I'm going to take a quick walk to clear my head a little bit and then come back to running the calcs here. I feel a little stuck. Alright, we're back. Got some water, went to the bathroom, quick walk around. Oh shit, dude, I'm in so much pain. I've been leg pressing for a while, and I hit squat for the first time in like 5 or 6 months yesterday. I'm so sore, holy shit. Like, I used to be able to squat heavier, but I've been, like, working on my mobility recently, so I go, like, deeper, and, like, it is shocking how much harder it is, like, when you actually hit, like, good depth. Okay. You don't kill. Would Mega Meowstick do anything for me? 8 Poltergeist is good, but you don't really do anything for you. It'd be a lot easier to deal with you if you didn't have the Quick Claw. Jet Punch doesn't kill, right? Just to confirm. Yeah, okay, Jet Punch doesn't kill. Does Meowstick do anything to any of these guys? It doesn't really have a 2-shot into you. No, it doesn't do anything. What about Umbreon? Can Umbreon be a counter to this guy, maybe? Did a boom. What about to this guy? We would survive that double crit, and we could baton pass out to get a free switch into someone, but I don't know if that does anything for us, right? I'm gonna counter for this guy. We call it Pidgeot. All this Umbreon would do for us is it would give us a free pivot on Macargo, right? Yeah, it would give us a free pivot on Macargo. Okay. We have a free pivot, but who do we want to go into? None of these guys 1v1. You pulled Umbreon yesterday. How's it been? Umbreon, I would say, is very good. I think the fact that you don't get Moonlight until pretty late is definitely a bit of a nerf. But I think he's really good for clicking like Tickle and Screech and then Baton passing out. It's essentially like a Pivot Mon, right? It's like a Golisopod from Run and Bun, but obviously like a lot worse at pivoting. But the Dark typing is definitely nice if you don't have a lot of good Dark types, which my box did not have, which I did not have at the time. Hello, Melodic. How are you? Axel, how are you as well? Hope you guys are having good days. Yeah, I think these are his best 4 moves until you get Moonlight later on. Which, I'm curious, when is Moonlight? It's next split, okay. And then Batty Bad, I think is 100 accuracy, but I'm not 100% sure. It could be interesting. I'm not sure how good it is. Might be better than Foul Play, but hard to say for certain. Okay. Okay, so I can have Umbreon here. And Umbreon would be giving a free pass into someone. The only issue is, like, who do I pass into? That makes sense, right? Umbreon should also be able to pass here just fine. Yeah, Umbreon can also pass on Rotom with no issue. Theoretically, you can get flinched by Air Slash if it goes for it over T-Bolt over Willow. That's also kind of fiction. But you're also low enough that you can't really switch into anyone, right? Especially not these two. Yeah. It's like, what does having that pivot do for you? Not really anything, right? It's still kind of the same as just having, like, you... Where's Probopass? Still having 7 mons you need to bring. Okay. I really feel like I'm going in circles a bit. I think I know what I need to bring, and I just need to figure out what risk I'm willing to take, right? Like, if I'm willing to just send the scale, or if I'm willing to risk potential 1 in 200 disaster. I feel like I'm willing to take 1 in 200, man. This run's not that late that I need to be... I feel like I won't get punished. Just ball out, right? Yeah, I think ball out. I think we're just balling out, to be honest here. I think I'm not spending the scale. It's fiction. So I do need to level Scolipede up a bit. I need to ensure that Poison Barb, Poison Jab kills. So we'll go to 66 on this guy. I also need to ensure I get Protect, right? When do you get Protect? At 65, okay. Got it. Okay. Where's the bird? Am I blind? Oh, right, he's with my megas over here. We need Cinderace and Poliwrath. Okay. I don't think Mega Scolipede could have the bulk to click Screech though, right? Even then, maybe not. I think Super Power is probably more valuable. Okay. Alright, let me just review the plan and the prep that I need to do on all of these lines then. Okay, let me also just update my notes. Scolipede. Okay. So first, I need to pre-damage you to 146. Oh. Or no, wait, no, 149 is what I needed. And then I needed to pre-damage you to 10. I need to pre-toxic you, and you only need to hold a Poison Barb. Poison Barb. Okay. You wanted Lagging Tail. You wanted Lagging Tail. No, you can also just go Black Belt, and then I don't need to pre-damage you. Okay. So this is for the first fight. Okay. I have all the healing items and stuff I need. I do, okay. So let me just review everything real quick again. So basically on this fight, we're leading Hisuian Arcanine, we're killing with a burn up, we fast kill. We lose our fire typing. This baits in this guy for fast kill with Seed Bomb. We switch to Pidgeot on the Seed Bomb, regular bird. At 210, we take a minimum of 36 damage, which puts us at 210, 174. Which once we mega and kill, gets us Macargo for guaranteed power gem. We switch here on the power gem, we kill with a waterfall. This baits out this guy for guaranteed seed bomb. Chestnut just wins the 1v1 pretty darn easily. We can give you a Lepa. Okay. This next fight here, we need to give Chestnut a Citrus. We kill, we bait this guy. We switch to Arcanine, we kill with Rock Tomb into Rock Slide. This guarantee kills after Leftovers recovery. Let me just confirm that. So you get 84 and 104, which is 188. And Leftovers heals him by 10, which is enough. So we're taking an Air Slash and a Thunderbolt. The minimum we would take from this, we have Cherry Berry to, if we get Thunderbolt confused, we can never get flinched. After a Rock Tomb, we're faster as Levitate Leftovers. We're at 94, which would bait Tinkaton for Gigaton Hammer, guaranteed. If we end up low enough, it can be random move, but that should be fine. If we get double crit into Play Rough dropped, that's a little bit annoying. But, hopefully that's fine. We kill you with a Flare Blitz. This baits out this guy. We switch here. I guess worst case scenario, if it goes for random move, that's fine. We just protect once to become faster. We show kill so it cannot Quiver Dance. We get the speed boost to become faster, and then we kill. We're never dead to rocks plus that. If it were to go for that, we need Citrus on you. Citrus on you. So Arcanine needs a Cherry. And Arcanine actually does not need to be pre-damaged. Heal everyone to full and restore PP except Scolipede. We don't need a pre-damage Arcanine here at all. And then on the last fight here, let me actually run over the items we need on this fight. Okay, you guys can see the calc, good. So you're killing, you need a Citrus, Arcanine needs a Cherry. We need Cinderace with the Citrus, and we need Ribombee, or not Ribombee, we need Scolipede with a Poison Barb. These other two shouldn't come. Theoretically, we could... No, we don't want to pre-damage you in case you're coming in on a random move. Yeah, doesn't make sense to pivot. We just take the kill. Okay, and then last guy here. Chestnut will be pre-damaged. Chestnut will not be pre-damaged. We basically just... Chestnut wins the 1v1 here. This would probably get Amoonguss. Yeah, this would get Amoonguss or Sludge Bomb. We switch here on the Sludge Bomb, and we kill with Charcoal Burn Up. 9 needs Charcoal. We get rid of our Fire typing. This would bait in Lycanroc for high horsepower. We switch to Chestnut. We win the 1v1 again. Tauros comes in last here. He intims us, that's fine. He wants to go for double edge. We can probably switch out once to get rid of the intim drop, and then switch back to Chestnut. And then we kill with 2 drain punches. Endeavor is fine. We can synth up. You might have rocks up. If you do have rocks up, you're never dead. If you have rocks up on you, does that matter? No. Let me just make sure. Look through all these guys. Pokemon items, abilities, make sure I'm not forgetting anything stupid. You're just fast killed. Intim, Akaberry, Insomnia, that's all fine. Quick Claws accounted for. Shiftry has Focus Band. Chestnut should always win. For Chestnut, we can go maybe like, I don't know, Lepaberry again. Shouldn't really matter though, to be honest. Shouldn't be able to get knocked off. You, Technician Loaded Dice, you're not King's Rock. You can never tidy up because I show you a kill. Citrus Mold Breaker, we're accounted for. We're just going to one-shot you. Actually, that could get a little bit weird with Citrus Berry, but it should be fine if you dropped me. Leftovers, Levitate, we're accounted for. Willow, Foul Play, Heavy Duty Boots, Shield Dust. Quiver Dance, it can't quiver. Stun Spore, we're prepared. Custap Sturdy is fine. Black Sludge Effect Spore is also fine. Choppleberry Intim, Endeavor, 3 attacks is fine. Tough Claws, Expert Belt with Swords Dance, it cannot Swords Dance up. Even if it could, I don't think it would matter. So this line should be good. Let me just make sure that everything is correct here. So Magma Grunt, Arcanine needs to be pre-damaged. Pidgeot needs to be pre-damaged. You need to be pre-toxicked. You do not need an item. You are holding your Mega Stone. You're holding a Black Belt. You're holding a Lepaberry. Okay, that should be everything we need here for Gauntlet. All right, let's go. Huh? Ah. Let me record that I picked up the Dragon Fang. What's down here? Oh, just encounters? Okay. It's fun that this guy's now mandatory, actually. Given that, you know, he's not in, like, run and bun. Burn up kills here. We are faster. That shouldn't matter. There's burn up kills here. This gets us Gourgeist for Seed Bomb. We switch to Pidgeot. We Mega and we kill with Hurricane. This gets us Macargo for guaranteed Power Gem. That doesn't matter. Switch obviously goes off first. We needed to pre-damage a little bit to guarantee be dead to that. That way it can't shell smash. It probably didn't matter if it shell smashed, honestly, because we just killed Jet Punch, but yeah, now we click Waterfall here. Okay, he didn't Quick Claw, which is fine. This gets Shiftry. We showed a kill, so it cannot go for Pup. We just go here on the Seed Bomb, and then we click Drain Punch. If it Focus Bands or it lives, it's fine. Okay, we just kill it. It's also funny because this is where the Magma Hideout is. We heal everyone to full. We just need to keep the pre-toxic there. We make sure everyone's in the right order. So you need to be holding a Citrus. Next, you need to have a cherry. Cinderace also needs a citrus. And then you need Poison Barb. So Citrus Berry, Cherry Berry, Citrus Berry, Poison Barb. And pretty toxic. Okay. Alright. Let's dodge the Turbo Fiction. I mean, it's not that Turbo Fiction, but it's Fiction. This is Triple Axle. We click Drain Punch here. We don't want to click Spiky Shield first because we want to maximize our healing from Drain Punch. Okay, we missed out on the kill. We just go for Spiky Shield here. Okay, this gets Rotom for Air Slash Fast Kill. We go to Hamilton here. Please don't crit here. Okay. A little under half of crit rolls are bad here. Clutch up. Oh my god, dude. Oh, that first crit, man. That shit scared me. Okay, because of the speed drop, we're faster here now. Rock Slide kills. Oh my god, dude, that was so fucking scary. Can this be Play Rough? It cannot. Perfect. It's either Foul Play or Gigaton Hammer, which is good. Oh my god, thank god, dude. We switch here on Gigaton Hammer or Foul Play. We kill with Flare Blitz. We switch to Scolipede here. We don't care what he clicks. He could not go for... He could not go for Quiver Dance there because I saw a kill into him. This gives us a speed boost, allowing us to outspeed and kill with Poison Jab. Okay, there we go. Now I just heal everyone to full here. All I need for this last fight is I need you to have a Charcoal. And then you need a... just go like Leppa, and it should be fine. Items shouldn't matter on anyone else. Give like Orange Berries just cuz, I guess. But it shouldn't matter. Leppa Berry and Charcoal. That should be good. Alright. Last guy. That fight got my heart racing, man. After that first one crit. Holy shit. Okay, let's just Drain Punch here. Let's just Drain Punch here again, I think. Or we can Wood Hammer to kill. It doesn't do that much recoil, right? Yeah, it honestly probably does less recoil than taking an attack, so might as well go for it, I think. Actually, I'll Spiky Shield once and then go for the Wood Hammer. Actually, does a Drain Punch kill here now? Yes, a Drain Punch actually would kill. Okay. This gets Amoonguss. We go here on the Sludge Bomb. If it crit poisons us, it still doesn't matter. We kill with Burn Up. This goes Lycanroc. We just switch to you. Okay, again, we just go for... There's no reason not to Synth here. Now let's go for a Drain Punch. Okay. Let me just confirm there's no reason not to go Poliwrath here. On Double Edge. We're never dead to a crit after rocks. Should be Double Edge again. If he endeavors, it's fine. Because I heal up enough that he can never put me in Double Edge range. Let me just confirm. If he endeavors me, he can never put me in Double Edge range. If he endeavors me, he can never put me in Double Edge range. Confirm or deny. To put me in Double Edge range, he would have to... I'd have to be at 90 HP. I heal a minimum of 36. So I would have to be at 54 HP. I don't think he's at 54 HP. Endeavor would go off before Drain Punch, so I can just Drain Punch twice to kill here. Double Edge never kills me here. I always kill Drain Punch. Not even close. Alright. We made it to Lava Ridge, guys. We made it to Lava Ridge. Sick. Let me just run here so the Poke Rider becomes activated. And then... Fuck. I'm gonna pick up that item. Where is it? It's here. Okay, we got the Throat Spray. Let's drop you off here. So there's no encounter here in Lava Ridge. Can I buy Quick Balls yet? I cannot. I can buy these for Fling. Okay. I should ask where you get access to more Quick Balls. I wonder if it's a Lily Cove shop. It might be Lily Cove. I'm just looking for any items and that NPCs might be given. What do you buy here? Okay, those items. Okay. So we got a snowball, I guess. Okay. That's pretty sussy. Okay, those items all require Surf. Let's see. Resources 105 that requires Surf. Okay, it seems like wild held items. The Paradox Pokemon. Okay, got it. Okay. So it seems like there's nothing left to do but go into the gym. Let's run up some calcs, shall we? We'll see how many fights I end up doing. But calc time. Let me just export the box again real quick. Okay. A lot of guys. Let's clean it up a little bit. Let's move guys that are underleveled or Mega Evo base forms to this section. Meowstick. Seismitoad. Wait, who am I missing? Where's my camel? So you guys are underleveled. 1, 2, 3, 4 Mega Evos. Okay. Okay. Into Lava Ridge Gym. Okay. Turn the music down a little bit. It's a little bit loud. Okay. That's better. So we have a Heat Rock Ninetales to set up the sun. Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Hypnosis, Scorching Sands. That's pretty standard moves. Ideally, we try and stall it out of Sun if possible, but that could be challenging. We have a Sandy Shocks with Boots and Photosynthesis. Is this Speed Booster or Special Attack Booster? It is Special Attack Booster. Okay. This has dual hazards, dual stabs. Okay. We have an Assault Vest Incineroar with Darkest Lariat, Flare Blitz stabs, and then Cross Chop U-turn. We have a Mega Scovillain. Base form has Chlorophyll as well, with Growth, Solar Beams, Temper Flare, Scorching Sands. Okay, pretty standard stuff. And then a Fire Gem Haxorus with Dragon Claw, Temper Flare, and Iron Head. Oh my god, this guy's a fucking demon. I don't know how my box beats this. Okay. So to start with, I think Haxorus off the bat looks like the most challenging one to deal with. Let's assume we're dealing with him outside of Sun, right? How do I want to deal with this Haxorus? You die to Temper Flare. The other guy probably dies to Iron Head, and you also get flinched by Iron Head, obviously. And you're also not even close to killing. Lovely. Walrein dies to double crit here. Let's see, who else has a super effective move? I mean, one option is, like, say, going to... What do we even go to Vileplume on, though, to intim him, right? Because, like, we intim him, and then we also need to prevent Dragon Dance. Even, like, a Water Fairy type is not foolproof here, because you can bait Iron Head, which is really bad. You're slower. Fuck. Where's Starmie? Two-shot. Okay, so this guy's Turbo Demon. Beware could be okay, but it's like if we can come in on a Dragon Claw. The issue is you're slower, right? That's the issue. You're slower, you don't deny setup. I guess you run something like Ice Punch. How does that not two-shot? How the fuck does that not two-shot? You're also unnerved. Okay, I don't know how you deal with this Haxorus. I'm gonna be completely honest here with this box. Silk Scarf Return doesn't have a two-shot because we're bold. Kingdra dies to that. You can't switch in because you're dead to crit. I don't know if I can beat this Haxorus without sacking, dude. Like, Chestnut can switch in. Oh, well, actually, that's with Fire Gem, right? If your Fire Gem is gone, Klefki still dies to a crit, right? Yeah, Klefki still dies to a crit. How can we 1v1 you with 1v1 you if your Fire Gem is gone? Are there ways? I'm sure there are ways. The question is just who, right? And who switches in on Temper Flare and baits something else? Because we need to either show a kill or bait a kill, otherwise it can Dragon Dance, right? Not you. You're okay, but you don't really deny Dragon Dance, which is a bit of a problem. You get Iron Head. God, you take a lot from Dragonclaw, dude. And you also can't be a berry because of Unnerve. You kill with Freeze Dry into, like, Frost Breath, but, like, does that matter? I guess if you come in on an unboosted Temper Flare, but then the issue is you're slower, right? Never Melt Ice, Frost Breath doesn't kill. You would need to, like, get some chip. Yeah, you need to get some chip and then come in on Temper Flare and then bait Never Melt Ice, Frost Breath. How do we get that chip, though, is the question, right? If we bait Iron Head, we could go here and then bait Dragonclaw. But what would this, like, fucking pivot chain be? It'd be something like Morpeko, who's baiting Dragonclaw, Temper Flare, switching to someone who baits Iron Head. I guess, like, Wheezing, maybe? But then how are you guaranteeing Iron Head? You can't, right? But you're not showing a kill. Nope, not you. I could go you. This would bait Dragonclaw guaranteed. So I would need to switch to someone on a Dragonclaw that can kill you at -2. Oddly specific, but might be able to find someone that does that. What about you? You survive the crit, but Ice Shard doesn't kill. Someone that outspeeds, switches in on Dragonclaw, and kills you at -2. You don't even survive. No, not enough. I mean, one option could be to then again go, say, I don't know, Klefki, right? Have Klefki bait Temper Flare, and then we can switch to someone on a Temper Flare that kills. Like Cinderace, I guess. The issue is Cinderace doesn't fucking kill. Oh, gosh, dude. Where's Chestnut? Could you force him to... No, Black Belt's not enough. Yeah, Black Belt's not enough. Gosh, who else is faster than this guy? You're obviously turbo dead. I mean, you could get Temper Flare, but you're not killing this guy, that's for sure. How do you deal with this guy? Oh my gosh. You go Citrus Berry here. That's do enough to kill. You could go Rhyperior. Rhyperior survives double crit. The issue is you could get Ironhead flinched, which would be Truck. Yeah, I am not solving this, unfortunately, today. Oh my god, this guy's demon, dude. This guy's fucking demon. Even, like, Scovillain. How do I want to beat this guy? Like, Sandy Shocks, too? Even without Sun, how am I beating this guy? I mean, like, I could go something like Chestnut, who wins the 1v1. The only issue is, like, he gets up all the hazards in the world that he wants, right? So, can I deny hazards in any way? I would need someone that fast kills you, which I don't think I have anyone that does that. Yeah, definitely not. I'd have to be slow killing, and I'm not going to have an opportunity to remove the hazards either, which is big trouble. Big fucking trouble. Scorching Sands. Is it possible I can PP stall this guy? I just removed... I was removing the fire gem. That's the only reason. He's supposed to have a fire gem, and I was just, like, doing the calcs if fire gem was removed. Sandy Shocks. Yeah. It's just something I do that... For just clarity there. Cinderace kills if the sun is up. But obviously the question is, how do you set up that kill, right? Kind of hard to set up that kill here. I do need to be a fire type to get the kill. But also, like, if I show you a fast kill, you're not going to go to... You're not going to feed me the fast kill. So how do I do this? Huh? I would need to be slow killing, which would require what? If I were to go Eldegoss... Getting parried would be annoying, right? So if I do end up getting double parried, that's a problem. But I could theoretically win the 1v1 with, like, Synth, Spin, Giga Drain, and all that stuff. Presumably, yeah. I'm assuming that you can use the Mega if you're a Meowstic female as well. Mine is male, so I can't confirm, but my understanding would be that on Meowstic female, you can Mega Evolve. And it'd be the same. So I guess Eldegoss can do it, let's say. Because what other opportunities do I have, right? I guess theoretically Altaria, like, walls out Scovillain. You just want to make sure you're avoiding getting Temper Flare boosted. But even that's probably fine. So you don't need you. You could go something better, like you could go... We also do have you with Chlorophyll, which could be interesting, as well as you with Chlorophyll. Tantrum doesn't kill... Okay, you don't get the Mega Stone till after this, I believe. So... Let's say something to beat the Ninetales. Oh, I don't know. And then we run Chestnut for that guy. We run Altaria. We run Altaria for the Scovillain. which is a pretty good counter. He can never growth because Brave Bird always shows a kill. For this Incineroar, U-turn is definitely a bit annoying. So we want to resist Dark and Fire primarily, right? So the first thing my mind goes to is Poliwrath, who's a good counter to Incin, just like on Mount Chimney. And then the issue is you have 3 Mons to deal with both of those guys, right? Which is a bit problematic for sure. So how do you deal with the Ninetales in the lead position, right? Let's stash these 3 here for now. How do I want to deal with Ninetales? So he does have Hypnosis, and I can't pre-status, which makes things a bit troublesome for sure. If I were to go Scovillain, I have guaranteed 2-shot. The only issue is I can just die to a Fire Blast, right? Which is obviously not what we like to see. Okay. But how else could I lead? How else could I lead such that I don't just get blown the fuck up? If I were to go Camerupt, I could go Chesto Berry for this, and then EQ is a good roll to kill. The only issue is if I miss kill, then baiting gets a little weird, right? Oh. Never mind. I was looking at 31 attack. Yeah, 31 attack would get the kill there. It would bait in Sandy Shocks for Scorching Sands. You could probably like switch here, do whatever you need to do to kill, maybe stall a few turns. This would probably bait Incin. Go here. Okay. Actually, no. It would probably go Scovillain, right? And then you could go here and stall you out. Yeah, okay. Good thing we're faster than Incin with Chestnut, so it has slow kill rather than fast. Who else was I thinking of on Ninetales here? I was thinking... What about Crocodile? Crocodile kills. We die to crits here, which would be a bit annoying. Rhyperior are obviously turbo dead to Solar Beam. What about Arcanine, right? We're dead to Scorching Sands crit, so it'd be better to go Crook for sure. It would be better to go Crocodile. How else can we remove someone? We take a bit too much from Fire Blast on Electivire. What about Cinderace? This would bait Scorching Sands Fire Blast. We would need to hold a Lumberry, which would reduce our Acro damage, which means Cinderace doesn't work. Starmie probably takes too much from Solar Beam, yeah. Yes, but Starmie takes too much from Solar Beam. You're dead to Solar Beam as well. You're dead to Fire Blast. You're dead to Fire Blast. You also don't even 2-shot, so he can't run you. So it's like, okay, if we can have someone that baits Scorching Sands, I can say like, oh, I can, you know, 2-shot you fast. But considering I don't fast 2-shot you, that's not really viable. So what else can I run here? Seismitoad will always be dead to Solar Beam. Araquanid probably doesn't do enough with the sun up. Yeah, Araquanid won't do enough with the sun up. And is also slower. Yippee. So currently what I'm thinking is to just go Lumberry Crook. and then say, you know what, you're not going to get the top rolls of crit that kill me, right? It's what, one? It's three. It's an average of like 2 crit rolls that kill, and he'd have to not go for hypnosis. The only issue with that would be that you could bait either Sandy Shocks or Scovillain, and you're not sure which yet. Okay. Webs. If I got webs up, would that matter for Haxorus? What it would allow is it would allow Walrein to win the 1v1. No, it would not. It would need to be non-fire gem. Oh, even then you can die to high roll crits. Okay, never mind then. It's also still faster than Chestnut. Is it faster than... Is it faster than Klefki? It is. Is it faster than Mega Chimecho? Meowstic dies to... Not that. It's also not a fighting type. Like the... like the Como, so it wouldn't die to a psychic move either way. Oh, okay. Bird would get put to sleep. Camel doesn't kill. Do I have a way to chip him and then go into Camel and then get the kill? Can I do that? I think so, right? It would be something like a Rillaboom. It'd be like Rillaboom. Rillaboom shows up. It clicks Fake Out. It baits Fire Blast into Camel. Camel tanks the Fire Blast. We take either Sands or Hypnosis. Either is fine. We kill with EQ. This baits Sandy Shocks for Scorching Sands. We would switch to Altaria here. And then we would switch to Rillaboom on T-Bolt or Hazards. We would kill it with 2 Drum Beatings. Maybe stall out a little more Sun. Bait out Scovillain. Go to Altaria. Defog away any hazards. Slowly kill the guy. This would bait in Haxorus for Dragon Claw. So we're getting Haxorus for Dragon Claw here. And we have 2 slots to deal with Haxorus. And it seems like this plan actually works. It's a little weird on the Rillaboom front, I think. Sands. We're switching on T-Bolt. It should be fine. We're only dead to double crit. Double para is also bad, but it is somewhat likely to go for rocks. So I feel fine enough about Rillaboom working. The alternative would be switching in on Scorching Sands. We would never be dead to double crit. But if it were to burn and then it would go for T-Bolt and then burn, it'd be a little bit annoying, right? But I can think about the line. And what I might prefer. So the main issue here is just how do I deal with Haxorus, right? I know it's coming in and it wants to click Dragon Claw. Assume Sun is down. It wants to click Dragon Claw. So what I could probably do is I could switch to a Fairy type. Call it... I could switch to, call it Klefki. Where's my Klefki? I could switch to Klefki on a Dragon Claw. Bait guaranteed Temper Flare. Switch back to Altaria on the Temper Flare. Bait Dragonclaw again. And then bait Temper Flare again. And then I can take a Temper Flare on whoever I want on the switch in. So I need someone that can 1v1 after coming in on a Temper Flare. How does Starmie do? So he has no Fire Gem. So Ice Beam 2 shots here. The only issue is Dragon Claw can crit kill me. Harkonine just doesn't do enough damage. What about Beware? He has no more Fire Gem, no more Sun. I switch in Beware on a... I probably want to switch in on a Dragon Claw, actually. So I would switch in on a Dragon Claw. Do I win the 1v1, though, is the question, right? Hard to say. I 3-shot him. He could 4-shot me for sure, though, especially with crits, considering he's Unnerve. I'm not able to 2-shot him. What if I scaled Drain Punch? I would want to go Black Belt to get the 3-shot. You could set up like 2 Dragon Dances potentially, which could be pretty bad. So I think I want to switch to someone else. If I go to Rhyperior on a on a Temper Flare, getting Ironhead flinches is bad. Here, Ironhead crit kills. You're excited to calc this fight? Dude, this Haxorus is so fucking demon, man. He is so evil. I have a good line for everything, except I don't know how to deal with the Haxorus. I can remove his gem and come in on a Temper Flare. I can come in on whatever move I want. But I just don't know how to kill him. Got Flygon Zatu. Oh, bouncing back like all of his fucking hazards. Nice. Yeah. That's probably like turbo good. Even without Sun, Beartic takes way too much from this guy. Look at everyone in my box, right? You're gonna be too low to do anything. You could actually do something if I had the Mega, but you don't get that till Winona. What if you reduced his speed with Eldegoss? No, you take way too much damage. Eldegoss is a bum, remember? What about Cinderace? You're dead to Dragonclaw crit. Lovely. Fucking amazing. What about Umbreon? Umbreon has a guaranteed 2-shot. Yeah, Magic Bounce seems so good, man. Like, immunity plus Magic Bounce, chef's kiss. I can't go Citrus. If you Dragon Dance, I don't kill. Truck. Oh my god, dude. I got no one. I got fucking no one. Can I PP stall this guy? If I can guarantee you to Temper Flare on the switch and then Dragon Claw on that, can I PP stall him out of Dragon Claws? I don't think so, right? It probably has, even if it only has 10 PP, which I don't think it does. Yeah, that's 15, so that'd be too much to stall him out of. I think Temper Flare has 10, but that also doesn't matter. So I can't PP stall this guy. What about Mega Chimecho? Not even close. Not even fucking close. Can you get hazards up on anyone? No, because everyone's gonna have a fire move. This is a sun fight, obviously. Okay, how on earth do I deal with this Haxorus, man? How the fuck do I deal with this guy? Walrein. Oh gosh, okay. I mean... Walrein would have to dodge double crit, right? Well, it's like double high roll, which is probably fine. The only issue is... because you're adamant... I feel fine with dodging double crit. Double high roll crit. Because I already did that. Do I go neutral mint? I think I go neutral mint here. I think that's my solution, right? I go neutral mint. I go neutral mint and I dodge double high roll crit and kill with a frost breath. Like, using a neutral mint kind of hurts for sure. But... like, everything else is just so horrendous. I don't think I have any other choice. This would bait out Incineroar for whatever, and then we have to just say, like, you know what, Poliwrath, you're winning the 1v1 here, buddy. Which seems fairly realistic. You go Rostberry for that. I think Poliwrath wins the 1v1 here. Okay, this seems fine. Let me pull up Notepad. Camerupt wants to be Chesto. Altaria. Why don't we go Leppa? Lefky wants to be Fairy Feather. Walrein wants to be Serious Mint and Never Melt Ice. And then Poliwrath wants to be Rost. I mean, I still have one more neutral mint. I mean, like, who would I want to neutral mint? I already have, like, my entire box is already basically fucking neutral. You could be a neutral mint candidate. Everyone's fucking neutral. Plus speed is good on you guys. You could be a neutral mint target, so could you, and you. You're already neutral. You like being that. I guess I don't really have that many neutral mint targets, right? So I think it's fine to use the neutral mint for this. It's not ideal, but I think it's fine. I probably won't wipe to another... I probably won't lose my run to being like, oh man, if I just had my neutral mint, I would win this fight. I don't think that's going to be what happens, so I'm fine with investing the resources here. Because I would say, like, I would say a neutral mint is probably worth something like... It's worth more than 1 scale, but less than 3 for sure. I would say it's kind of like worth maybe 1.5 scales, which is definitely an investment, but I think it's fine to use here. So then the consideration is, do we want to switch here on the Scorching Sands, or do we want to switch in on a T-Bolt random move? Or a T-Bolt hazard, sorry. Okay, so... assuming this works like Run and Bun, on turn 2, there's a 20% chance he gets +8 on attack. And if he's +6 on attack, let's call it a So the other 80% of the time, let's say he goes for it like 20%. So let's say there's a 40% chance he goes for attack turn 2, which means there's a 4% chance that he paras. So if I switched on Scorching Sands, it'd be about a 1.2% chance that I end up burned, which is bad. Or I wouldn't even end up burned. I would end up being paralyzed. Meanwhile, if I switched on T-Bolt, it would have to go for T-Bolt, and then it would have to either double crit or double para. It'd have to double crit or double para. So the chance I'm saying the chance he goes for it is 40%. The chance that he double paras would then be 0.4%. And then the chance that he double crits would be like 1 in 64. About like slightly over. And then he can hazards again on the following turn, right? So I think we want to switch in on T-Bolt. Yeah, I think we want to switch in on T-Bolt. Which means I would go Cherry Berry on Rillaboom. The Rillaboom would want Cherry Berry. Camera Up gets the kill there. Altaria, this would get Temper Flare. So this is turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Turn 4, turn 5. That'd be turn 5. We switch back here. Turn 6. Either turn 6 or turn 7 we get the kill. Turn 7, turn 8 we switch here. If rocks are up, we could take a decent amount from Temper Flare. So maybe we go... I think we would also want to fake you out once, right? That way that guarantees we're either switching in on turn 8, turn 9. So worst case scenario, we have 1 turn of Sun. That'd be 58%. And... $38, call it. Yeah, if we have rocks, that's fine. You just roost. So I think we want to go Citrus on Altaria. We kill with Brave Bird if we need. And what are the odds that goes poorly, right? So turn 1 fake out, turn 2 switch, turn 3 kill. Turn 4 switch, turn 5 switch. Turn 6 fake out. Turn 7, turn 8. I think I prefer Leppa. Because I'm fine even if Sun is up as long as he doesn't double crit. And I would have to crit. Because, without Sun... How much PP does Temper Flare have? 10? 10 PP with Temper Flare. Do stall you out? No, I don't fully stall you out with 5 PP. What's going on with your laptop, boss? No, you definitely want Leppa Berry for this. You kind of need to hope you don't crit, ideally, into doing that. Okay. Because you want to end on pretty high health. Even with Sun down, he's still faster. So, ideally, you want to kill at that range. Oh, yeah. Laptops are like that, especially if they're older. It's a pain in the ass, but it's the way of things. Temper Flare. Let's say Temper Flare crits, right? So let's say I'm at 209 minus 81. So I'd be taking a Fire Gem Temper Flare. It could be Iron Head, which would be a little bit annoying, right? Switch here on Iron Head. And then I'm Fairy Feather. You need to crit again. And even then, it would be 50-50. He'd also have to high roll. So I think I switch here on that. I get the kill, and then you would get the 1v1 there. Oh, even after 2 months? That is... Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, for sure. That is definitely unfortunate. Who am I missing? I'm missing Klefki and Poliwrath. So, unfortunately, I need to use a Serious Mint on Walrein here. Let me mark that down as a resource used. I mean, I can just see. Okay. So Rillaboom, Big Ape wants a Cherry Berry. Camerupt wants a Chesto Berry. Altaria wants a Leppa. Klefki wants a Fairy Feather. Actually, let me give you your Rostberry first. And then you want the Fairy Feather. Is it like your work laptop or your personal? Work laptop? Oh, work laptops are even worse, man. Those things are absolute potatoes. Let me make sure that I show you a kill there. Yep, so you can never Dragon Dance. And then you kill there, you two-shot there. Okay. Alright, first gym trainer down. Well, calking is done. We'll have to see if we wipe here or not, because we can still absolutely fucking wipe. Wait, is that a Charizard plush? Okay. Okay. Alright. Fake out. We switch to Camerupt here. You cannot go for Hypnosis there because you saw a kill. We have Chesto for Hypnosis. We kill with EQ. We cannot be burned because we're a fire type. We needed the Fake Out chip to guarantee the kill there. Okay. This is going to get fast kill from Sandy Shocks with Scorching Sands. Music paused. We decided that we want to go here first on the Scorching Sands. Okay. This is now either going to be T-Bolt or Hazards. We would prefer to see Hazards here. We would ideally like to see Spikes. Okay, that's ideal. Ideally we see T-Bolt here. Actually, we're gonna fake you out first. Okay, he went for Rocks. Ideally, we don't see a crit here. Okay, after the speed drop, we are now faster. Okay. This should... What? Oh, fuck. Scovillain doesn't see a... I forgot to account for that. Scoville doesn't see a kill because I'm full health. Oh, shit. Okay. So I need to go Polyrath here, right? I'll get Solar Beam? Okay. Okay. Let's Drain Punch here. This, when I kill, should get Scoville for Solar Beam. You were troubleshooting. It wasn't using the graphics card and the integrated card. The max usage, so we did all the reinstall driver. Yeah, power supply. The normal charger. Yeah. No, Yep, that all makes sense. So, like, it wasn't providing enough power to use the graphics card, so it was using the base card. Okay, that's annoying as shit. We go here. He's gonna go for Solar Beam. I'm never dead to Solar Beam crit plus Temper Flare crit, right? That does 133. Okay. So I'm good to defog here, away the hazards. So this should be Temper Flare now. So I need to always be 163 HP or above. If I'm below 163, I have to click Roost. Okay. I can actually stall him out of Temper Flares, which is pretty funny. So he's going to be going for Solar Beams. WPP stalling. Intended mechanic? Question mark? Must be intended, right? So how many Temper Flares did I... So I clicked Defog on the first Solar Beam. So he's actually out of Temper Flares here, I think. Yep. Actually, this could be bad. He could Dragon Dance if he sees the roll that doesn't kill. Let's not do that, shall we? Okay, good. So this uses up his Fire Gem. Okay. Oh, that was strong. So this is guaranteed Dragon Claw again. If I switch there, even without Fire Gem, it's guaranteed Temper Flare. Okay. So I switch to Wall Rain on the Temper Flare. And then as long as this doesn't high roll crit, I guarantee kill with Frost Breath here. Cool. Oh my god, this guy's so demon, man. This Haxorus. Crit, soy! Alright, let's head back out. I don't want to be calcing in here. Well, I'm probably also just gonna raid out anyways. I frauded a lot today. So... Much frauding took place. I think tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow, probably either tomorrow or the day after, we can look to finish Lava Ridge Gym. I might take a quick look at whoever's next. Kindler Nathan. Jolly Ape. Okay, so this guy's fast as fuck. I can probably fast kill him with, I can certainly fast kill him with the Meowstic, though. I believe I'm like 203 speed or something. Okay, that's good. That's good. We have a wonderfully fun that guy. Who would we get? You are just default order. It'd be Magjorker. Yeah, it'd be Magjorker. Yeah, it'd be Magjorker. For slower killing and less. Or unless you're faster killing and less. Oh, no, 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 no. It would be Gren. It would be Gren. It'd be Gren for pump spikes. We can probably beat this with, this Libero. Okay, he is Libero. We can probably beat it with, like, any, like, good grass type that's, like, bulky. Like Chestnut. Holy fuck, why does HP Fire do that much damage? Actually, do you know who counters this again? Altaria. Altaria counters this guy. Yeah. The only issue with this is, he's probably going to end with some spikes up. Do I have any other dragon types that could maybe do something here? What about Walrein, right? Takes too much from Grass Knot. Is Altaria my only dragon? I have Noivern. Or I had Noivern. Anyone that walls the elemental types? Is this where we unleash the Fire Spin Altaria tech? I don't think so, because we would need to... I guess we can delete Bravebird, right? We can probably delete Bravebird. That could be powerful. This could be powerful indeed. Yeah, that could definitely work. W-Tech, W-Tech. Yeah, we can guarantee no hazards if we do that. Because, like, we just Fire Spin him. And then, we just, like, defog on the turn he dies. W Fire Spin. W freaking Fire Spin. How much PP does Defog have? Does it have enough? Probably, yeah. Yeah, Defog should have enough PP. Who would this bait? This would bait Alolan Executor for Draco. A Draco Meteor. Yeesh. I have guys that kill, but they don't switch in on anything. I do see one option. Where's my guy? Where is my Probopass? Oh, I just died a Leaf Storm crit. Lovely. Okay, never mind then. Never fucking mind then. This guy's pretty bulky, yeah? This guy's pretty bulky. So if I were to switch to Klefki here, it can eat 2 berries in the same turn, right? So it could, like, citrus, harvest, eat the citrus. So if I were to deal, like... So if I were to like so if I were to deal just over 3/4, like 76%, he would heal up to 74, and then I could miss the range to kill here. I guess I go BBL Lizzie, right? And then what I do is I Acid Spray and then Strange Steam kills. Yeah, I do that, I think. So I may or may not be taking a Leaf Storm. I could be taking Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, whatever. Either way, this should bait in Magmortar. AV Magmortar, huh? Okay. How do I deal with this guy? I think the issue is he can always go for Acid Spray, right? Which is super dangerous. The lowest I can end up is basically 10%, at which point I would be dead to even Acid Spray. So it would need to basically be Leaf Storm, not crit, or low roll crit. That's the only way you bait guaranteed Blue Flare. But also there's the chance that he doesn't go for Blue Flare because he went for like Sleep Powder or something, right? And then you just woke up and you kill him. Yeah, okay. Is there maybe someone who can switch in on random move and then bait guaranteed Scorching Sands into someone that then kills? And then also, how do we want to deal with this Octillery, right? Octillery is definitely trouble. How does Camel do into that guy? It kills with an EQ. If we got Blue Flared, we would die to that. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Cinderace always survives, but if we get, say, like Focus Blast crit or something, baiting could become pretty random, which is not great. How do I deal with this Magmortar, huh? Could I go you? This would guarantee Focus Blast Acid Spray. But if it Focus Blast crits, that's not good. I could Flip Turn out always. I'm never crit killing. Blue Flare could do that. I think one thing we could do is we can potentially use the White Herb and say, like, okay, if you go for, like, the 1 in 3 chance to go for Leaf Storm, and then you crit, and then it doesn't go for Blue Flare, then, again, it goes for Acid Spray or whatever, and it drops, we can guarantee control your move, right? Like, that could be something we do on King Draw. The only issue is if it goes for Blue Flare, right? We could die to double crit. What else can we do here? Eesh. Oh boy, no good switch-ins. Huh. Like, if we flip out into someone who outspeeds and kills... If you get burned, you can't do that because you don't do enough. What about this guy, right? If we get acid sprayed here, that's bad. We come in on a blue flare, that's still kind of annoying, right? Because we can die to double crit plus burn, but I don't think we're playing around that anyways. But then you're also showing a range here, so like, how do you actually kill this guy? And also, blue flare can burn you. You'd have to hold Rost. But then if that happens, you could just die straight crit blue flare after an acid spray. Oh, this is so annoying, dude. Yeah, the variance on this Magjorker is really, really annoying. And then there's this whole damn artillery in the back too, right? How much does EQ do here? Okay. So there's also the thought that, like, say if I get Shuckle here, you're fucking slower, aren't you? Yeah, of course you are. Oh, okay. What about Arcanine? We don't kill with Rock Slide. We would need Rock Gem to come in. Yeah, there's also the thought that webs could be good for this, right? Yeah, webs could be good. Yeah, we can power split. Again, it just doesn't do much for us, to be honest, right? Like, we're easily killing Meowstic with Ape, or we're easily killing Ape with Meowstic. We're easily killing Ape with Meowstic. Dropping speed here, I don't think matters. You're still going to be faster than Altaria here. Yeah, you're still going to be faster. You're still faster than Executor. So the main consideration is if Magmortar is at -1, does this allow anyone new to get a fast kill? Kabutops would need to be... It needs... Yeah, it's a roll, so you need Rost, so that's not good enough. You would need to guarantee come in on an acid spray, which does not seem viable. Shuckling on you doesn't make any sense. You are still too slow because you're a fucking Camerupt. Let's see here. Can you come in on a non-blue? Oh, no, of course not. Yeah, you come in, but you don't kill, which is your problem. Obviously, you're going to be too slow. What about you? No. Well, if you can come in on a Focus Blast, you're still not killing with Waterfall. Well, what if you come in on a blue flare, then it baits Focus Blast, then you can like Drain Punch Waterfall him. That could be something to consider, I think. Okay. Crocodile is probably the obvious solution, right? The issue is we're dead to a blue flare crit. If you can come in on Scorching Sands only, but that's hard to do, right? I think. Yeah, that seems hard to do. So the top contenders here look like you and Poliwrath. You and Poliwrath. Huh, okay. Decorate. That is powerful. Yeah, if you got a fast guy that can click Protect, that seems broken as shit for doubles. You're gonna bait Focus Blast. You're gonna bait Focus Blast. Yeah. Camel could be good for that, actually. If we get Acid Sprayed, we can get random moved, though, which is not something we can ever guarantee. If we switch to you on an Acid Spray, we can also die here. Yeah, Tatsugiri Mega seems super cool. It's like a Protect guy, and then you can like Mega, get the speed boost, whatever. Super, super cool. Yeah. For sure. Like Sticky Barb, pre-poison, whatever. Oh. Polyrath I don't love. Problem is you can't come in on a blue flare. No, I don't really like any of these lines. And it's not that the previous part of the line, killing Ape, Gren, Eggy, is bad. It's just the Magmortar being such a pain in the fucking ass, dude. I mean, I think the solution for you is just going to be, as long as we don't bait Signal Beam or Mudshot, we just switch to Rillaboom, and then we kill with Fake Out Drum Beating. For the Octillery, that's always fine. It shouldn't be too hard to bait Scald, I think. I guess the challenging part is baiting Scald to kill, right? Because you don't want it to be able to go for Mudshot, because that puts you in a speed tie situation. Yeah. Hose Burnt clicking +2/+1 eruptions. Yeah. That sounds insane. Especially if you can get like a Helping Hand boost. Like that's just straight up like VGC shit. Like +2 Helping Hand boosted eruption. Any pivot lines I can do with Umbreon or Probopass? No, I take too much damage. Yeah, Focus Blast would truck me. Nope, I don't think I have the solution. I think I'm just gonna call it here. It was a productive stream. It was a pretty productive stream, so I feel happy with my progress today. Could have been cleaner at some points for sure on Tab. But we made it through, we played to our outs. So let's go find someone to raid into. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 more days of streaming every day. And then I probably won't stream until like the weekend after that. Just because what? Just because I'll probably be super busy at work that week. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of shit to catch up on because I was gone all of this week, but it is what it is. I'll happily take a full week off and work like an extra like hour or 2 a day for a week. It's not that deep. I'll still have time to work out and everything, so we're chilling. Let's go raid into O2. Thanks for stopping by again, Lowry. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, hopefully we'll come up with some cool cooks for this gym tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Thank you for the raid, Wander. How was stream? Did you defeat Norman? Or, I think that's around where you're at. Good. I would hear that. I will be commencing relatively soon. I just like you turn the guy here. Big the wild charge plus hex at 87 HP.